Hello everyone, it's Charles1K92. We're back again with some more AC4 Black Flag.
Loose mainsails! Crowd it all on!
So, in the last video we had a very drunked out Edward Kenway, especially after the events of, seeing Mary unfortunately pass away in a Jamaican prison. And with Kenway being conflicted on his decision making at this stage now, he doesn't have his quartermaster Ade, since Ade has actually gone over towards Tulum in order to help the assassins, and he even asks and invites Edward over. Now, Kenway did get assistance via Tabai, the assassin's mentor in the West Indies, and he even gives back Edward the assassin robes that he took from Duncan Walpole. So now, with Kenway not being, let's say, too sure where his life should go, he decides to return back to Tulum and hopefully fix the damage that he may have done. Although while we're here, no, we'll come back to this later.
Jesus, Ade, what the hell happened here?
You happened here, Edward. The damage you caused 6 years ago has not been undone.
I'm not an easy man to call a friend, am I? Is that why you're here?
To fight beside a man so driven by personal gain and glory is a hard thing, Edward. And I have come to feel the assassins and their creed a more honorable course. Have I been unfair?
No. For years I've been rushing around taking whatever I fancied, not giving a tinker's curse for those I hurt. And yet here I am, with riches and a reputation, feeling no wiser than when I left home. Yet when I turn around, look at the course I've run. There's not a man or woman that I love left standing beside me.
There is time to make amends, Captain Kenway.
Mary. Before she died, she asked me to do good by her, to sort out the mess I made. Can you help me?
Mary was fond of you, Edward. She saw something in your bearing that gave her hope you might one day fight with us.
Aye. She told me.
And what do you think of our creed?
It's hard to say. For if nothing is true, then why believe anything? And if everything is permitted, why not chase every desire?
Why, indeed.
It might be that this idea is only the beginning of wisdom, not its final form.
That's quite a step up from the Edward I met here many years ago. So what do you think?
It'll take some getting used to.
The second attack this month, I should have moved this village long ago.
I brought all this upon you years ago, but I will stand by you now.
It will take more than a few favors to call yourself a true assassin, Edward.
One thing at a time, mate.
Here we go.
Under attack when
Alright, so let's get some crafting done. Preemptively got all the things we need. And
gone.
bloody hell. And Tabai's got some speed on him.
Stay close, Edward. Follow my lead.
Crap.
¡Venceremos a esos gusanos! ¡Reculad! ¡No escapará! Good to see you here, brother. Swift and clean, Edward. Multiple kills are all they deserve.
Should get the captain, shouldn't I?
¡Revisad los mosquetes y las pistolas! Tengo justo en la mira. Es mío, puedo darle. Blanco claro.
Job done. Let's see what's going on then.
Janumuk awol yetel abishan. And once more you have our thanks, Edward. You are welcome here.
Thank you, sir. I'll rest here for a time before setting out, if I may. How's her child?
She is a strong woman, but not invincible.
Edward.
I'm sorry for your loss.
If I'd stayed in prison, they'd have taken him from me. He'd never be alive. Maybe this is God's way of saying I'm not fit to be a mother yet. Carrying on like I do. Cursing, drinking, fighting.
You are a fighter, aye. In prison, I heard stories of the infamous Anne Bonny and Mary Read taking on the King's Navy together. Just the pair of you.
It's all true. Anne would have won that day if Jack and his lads weren't passed out in the hold from drink. Edward. Everyone's gone, aren't they? Mary, Raccoon, Touch, all the rest. I miss them so. Rough as they were. Do you feel that too? All empty inside?
I do. Devil curse me. I do.
Don't that target your heartstrings?
I know my targets by sight well enough. But how will I find them?
We have spies and informants in every city. Visit our bureaus and the assassins there will guide you.
That fixes Torres and Rogers. But Bartholomew Roberts won't be near any city. It might take months to find him.
Or years. But you're a man of talent and quality, Captain Genway. I believe you will find him.
And if you're at a loss, don't be afraid to call on your quartermaster for aid.
Quartermaster! What's our present course?
Due west, Captain, if it's still Kingston we're sailing for.
It is indeed, Miss Bonny. Call it out.
Weigh anchor and let fall the courses, lads! We're sailing for Jamaica!
How does it feel to bark so loud?
I've barked louder, and to men twice as rough.
Tending bar at the old Avery, you mean?
Among other places. And I sailed with Mary and Rackham for a time, remember?
Of course.
Mary did most of the captaining, Jack did most of the drinking.
Did Mary... Did she ever tell you who it was that fathered her child?
It was a young fella. Sailed with us on that last voyage. Poor lad was killed fighting beside us. The only man not too drunk to stand up for himself.
There was so much about her I didn't know. I called her a friend. But was I one in return?
She thought the world of you, Edward. I've no worries about that.
Well, that's good to hear.
And we also see that Kenway has changed his Jolly Roger to, well, what the actual logo is for AC4. So his one is the assassin symbol with the skull. So to still show of his piracy heritage at least, and the fact that he is technically at this point an assassin. I probably would say, given the many months of training that he probably had to do, which, let's be fair here, the guy is a genius enough as it is when it comes down to combat, but it's just the ways and methods of being a assassin. Now, judging from where we were, and I suspect probably maybe the others along with Ade might have, I mean, it's a bit of a long row, don't get me wrong, but at some point we know that Ade would have probably told Tabai that the assassins could use Edward's compound should they really need it. I mean, it's not like they don't have access to other ships. So we are sailing towards Jamaica, Kingston more specifically. We're going to be targeting Wood Rogers. And then eventually Governor Torres, since he is the Grand Master of the Order. So that should mean, if we're going to be talking to our Bureau leaders, that we're going to be speaking with the marooned assassin known as Anto. And I suspect Tabai has also told Anto of our coming, so we should really be prepared.
Of which I durst not.
A governor no longer.
Captain Kenway,
You have something for me?
the present whereabouts of the Templar Woods Rogers. He is attending a small political function, so do it clean.
The word is King George is calling Rogers back to London.
Aye, not happy with his progress in Nassau.
Still too many pirates roaming about, from what I hear.
You'll need a disguise to fool the powderheads at this party. I suggest the visiting diplomat, Ruggiero Ferraro. He's been on our list for some time.
Understood. Will you send this to England for me?
Aye, the ship leaves tomorrow.
Caroline Scott Kenway, Hawkins Lane, Bristol.
So here we are going for a classical assassination mission.
Are you my escort or my captain? Va bene. I am ready. We go.
Funny little Easter egg. This guy's voice actor is actually Ezio's actor.
There is no beauty to this city. No expression of joy. No aesthetic plan. You walk your streets like animals. Like cattle with no sense of decorum.
Please talk about Firenze, please.
all idiots. How you English believe you can subdue the world is beyond me. This has gotta be fresh. Assassin Brotherhood, that old sees himself. He'll piss himself to sleep. Ah, praise God for imported wines.
Salve. Forgive the lateness of my arrival. I am Ruggiero Ferraro.
Aye, Mr. Ferraro. Not a problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, a toast to my brief tenure as Governor of the Bahamas. For under my watch, no less than 300 avowed pirates took the King's pardon and swore fealty to the crown. Yet, for all my sins, His Majesty has seen fit to sack me and call me home to England. Brilliant! God bless the fucker! Therefore, hooray! Hooray for the ignoble and ignorant prigs who rule the world with sticks up their asses! Hooray!
Wag.
Don't worry. This is probably one of the most...
Where's Mrs. Rogers these
Oh.
days?
I haven't the faintest idea, and I don't intend to inquire any further. We separated almost 5 years ago, and both our lives have been the better for it.
Forgive my curiosity, Governor.
Perhaps I'll be more candid later, when the remainder of my reason has left.
It seems he isn't too pleased. Hello, Rogers.
This is not what I came to the New World.
He was a privateer once. How is it you lack so much respect for sailors only trying to make their way in this world?
You couldn't possibly understand my motives, cretin! You have spent a whole lifetime dismantling everything that makes our civilization shine.
But I do understand. I've seen the observatory, and I know its power. You'd use that device to spy and blackmail and sabotage.
Yes. And yet all for a greater purpose. To ensure justice. To snuff out lies and to seek truth.
There's no man on Earth who needs that power.
Yet you suffer the outlaw Roberts to use it.
No. I'm taking it back. And if you tell me where he is, I'll stop the man.
Here at the edge of a blade, I find a friend in you at last.
Principe. You mad bastard. Our best sources say Principe.
Please, God.
No.
Stop where you are!
Getting the fuck out of there.
Assassin Brotherhood, that old sees
It's done.
Where now?
Grab your kit and pack well. We're sailing for Africa.
Criticizing the work. Haven't you boys anything better to do than pull the hair off?
Just double check to make sure there's nothing else. Good. Right, munitions. Zoom out and Principe. We'll be going to Africa.
Get the mains free! Tops! A poor old man came riding.
Alrighty, so I don't, if my memory serves, I think Rogers somehow survives the assassination. And he does still return back to the UK. And I suspect he loses his privileges of a would-be governor and is still assassinated by, well, whatever the remnants of the British Assassin Brotherhood there is. Not saying that they don't exist, but, you know, the Templars were always profitable and valued over in England more or less anywhere else. So, yeah. But that still leaves Torres, though. And I suspect Torres is still going to be in Havana. Up until the moment where he feels confident that he can leave it and get to the observatory. Which I suspect it won't be very long, because if he's had ships following Roberts is nowhere near the observatory.
Captain! Here's one still kicking!
Who did this?
It were a large vessel, the Royal Fortune.
Roberts.
Offered no quarter, didn't say nothing.
So he's hostile. Looks like it's a pirate paradise.
When our ship was taken in the Philippines,
Captain North. Wasn't he one of Owen's?
yeah, but dead many years
I'm thinking we've got our thing here, ladies and gents. Let's cause a bit of trouble. Hello, boys.
I can shoot him from here.
Hello. Oh.
Why? Who chases me now, eh? Is it a spectre come to spoof me? Huh? Or the ghost remains of a man I sent to hell? We will catch you!
There he is. Cheeky bastard.
He's lobbing mortar shot at us.
Bearing hard for cliffs, Captain. Taking a hit, Captain. Fire! Reloading! Ready to spit, sir! Take the shots, man! Down, let's go! Fire! Ready, sir!
British ships doing here?
Captain! Fire!
There be more of the dogs, sir!
Fire!
Must bloody miss!
On the horizon!
Flying British bullets!
Spanish ships there, Captain! This'll be a mess if we don't hurry!
Fire!
Ready to fire!
Shall we sink his ship, Captain? You're better than even chance.
No. There's a device with him that needs taking. I'll have to board her myself.
Man the guns! There's more fodder for you coming! Ready to spit, sir! Now firing, sir! Fire!
Take some damage here!
Captain, won't play shot down!
Fire! There's a good shot to cover!
Right.
And up some sail! Blues up! Leave her six! Starts off! Let's get moving! Haul in the stunsail! Toss! Gallants! Royals! Starts! Read them in, me truck! By Jove, Edward Henry, how can I not be impressed by the attention you paid me? May the best of we two sing praises of the second!
A merry life and a short one, as promised. How well I know myself. And what of you, Edward? Have you found the peace you seek?
I'm not aiming so high as that. For what's peace but a confusion between two wars?
Oh, you're a stoic then. But perhaps I was wrong about you. She might have had some use for you after all.
She? Of whom do you speak?
Oh, she who lies in wait, entombed. I had hoped to find her, to see her again, to open the door of the temple and hear her speak my name once more.
Talk sense, man.
Oh, I was born too soon. Like so many others before.
Where's the device, Robert?
Destroy this body, Edward. The Templars. If they take me.
Don't worry, the poor guy's gonna get his dying wish. His body will be destroyed. Alrighty. Well, for now, I'm going to stop because I need to get some rest. And the next time that we'll have the video up will be the last video in regards to Edward's story, and the next videos that will follow on after will mainly be like side bit of information and context, and then we'll start doing stuff relating to his first quartermaster, Adewale. So I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. Please leave a like, comment and a subscribe. Ta-ta for now.